Ilia Topuria's UFC journey isn't just a rise. It's an explosion of calculated violence. He doesn't just win, he dissects. With sniper-like striking, suffocating pressure, and grappling that makes black belts uncomfortable, Topuria has made a habit of dismantling contenders like he's on a mission from the fight gods. And today, we're going through every single one of his UFC fights. No fluff, no fake drama. Just real breakdowns from someone who treats MMA like religion and highlight reels like scripture. It all started with Zalal at UFC Fight Night. Topuria came in undefeated, but largely untested, stepping into the octagon with a slick mover known for frustrating opponents from the outside. Zalal's footwork and range management were supposed to be the X factor, until they weren't. Topuria marched through the space like it owed him money, ragdolling Zalal with takedowns and controlling every inch of the mat. Forget the flashy kicks, this was a wrestling seminar. And what really shocked people? His poise. First UFC fight, and the guy looked like he'd been there a decade. The judges gave him a decision, but fans knew it was a warning shot. Topuria wasn't just here to participate, he was here to take over. Then came the lightweight jump against Herbert, a tall striker with knockout venom in his limbs. And let's be real, early on it looked bad. Topuria ate a clean head kick in the first round that would have deleted most fighters. But instead of folding, he reset like a Terminator. He adapted mid-fight, chipped away with brutal body shots, and narrowed Herbert's space until the inevitable happened. In round 2, one single right hook shut the lights out. It was like watching a bear maul a deer with the patience of a chess grandmaster. That KO didn't just send a message. It screamed Topuria has power at 155 and a jaw made of something NASA would want to study.
Shoot on him, can't get a hold of the legs.
Back at featherweight, Bryce Mitchell awaited at UFC 282, a grappling prodigy known for drowning opponents with wrestling pressure and Arkansas grit. But Topuria had zero interest in playing the B-side. From the first bell, he took over. His striking was clean, calculated, and punishing. Bryce couldn't close the distance without paying a toll in leather. But the wild part, when it hit the mat, it was Topuria who dominated. He passed guard, secured position, and then casually submitted one of the most feared grapplers in the division with an arm triangle. That's not just beating someone, that's stealing their soul on live TV. Bryce was undefeated, and Topuria made him look like an amateur on the mat. Suddenly, people were whispering the unthinkable. Topuria might be the most complete fighter at 145. And then, the real test, Emmett. Heavy hands, veteran grit, and Topuria's first 5-round main event. Many expected a brawl. What we got? A surgical beatdown. Topuria picked Emmett apart like he had cheat codes. His movement was slick, his strikes precise, and his control of the pace was masterful. He dropped Emmett multiple times, but never got greedy. He stayed composed, round after round, until the final bell rang. It wasn't just a win, it was domination. Emmett had nothing for him. Topuria didn't just prove he could go 25 minutes. He proved he could make it look easy. Then came the big one. UFC 298. The crown jewel, Alexander Volkanovski. A tactical genius. A champion with wins over legends. The kind of opponent that breaks you mentally before he ever touches you. But not Ilia. He stayed calm, studied the movement, and didn't bite on the feints. In round 2, he saw his opening. A right hook landed clean and flatlined Volk, just like that. And let's be honest, that wasn't just a title win. That was a generational shift. When you knock out a pound-for-pound great like that, you don't just take his belt, you take his era. His first title defense was no warm-up. It was Max Holloway, the iron-lunged volume machine with the best chin in MMA. Most people try to survive Max Topuria. He came to finish him. He didn't swing wild. He stayed technical, worked the body early, and slowly turned Max's cardio into a question mark. By round 3, the tide had fully turned. A nasty left hook rocked Holloway, and Topuria pounced with ruthless precision. Ground and pound. Ref waves it off. TKO. The crowd? In disbelief. No one finishes Holloway, not even Volkanovski. Until now. That wasn't just a title defense. That was a statement. And just when people thought he might slow down, he jumped divisions again.
He's got to be careful that he doesn't punch himself out. Oh, massive knockdown for Topuria.
UFC 317. Charles Oliveira, the submission king. Walking chaos. The most dangerous finisher in UFC history. And Topuria treated him like a warm-up drill. No panic. No wild swings. He sidestepped the madness and moved with precision. Then came the combo. Right hook, left hook, and hammer fist that had bad intentions. Oliveira went out in under 3 minutes. That wasn't just a win. That was a hit job.
Well, he's already busted up. Oh! Out cold.
A man of his word.
Oh, my goodness.
Ilia Topuria has gone from hype prospect to undeniable champion, now knocking on the door of two-division greatness. And he's done it all without a single loss. Common or fire. Vicious in a clutch. Smart every second. This isn't just a fighter. We're watching a legacy unfold.